He's got a man. Speaker's Corner. Reacting to sad Roblox stories. I might see this. I haven't watched that. Can men and women just be friends? I think there's cases where men and women are just friends, when they're not attracted to each other. But it's not generally a good idea. And Islam only cares about general behavior and general practices, general stuff, how people behave generally, right? So that's why you can't pinpoint everybody and give them different rules. Everybody has to have general rules to cover everyone and every situation, right? So I'm going to go back in the history and check out, there was a video I was just watching. What was it? Not here. Where am I added some videos to playlists, so if anybody wants to see them. Where am I here? Right. So, local Speaker's Corner. Where's the history? Did I delete my history? What? Oh, okay. That's where it is. Right. I was thinking that was my playlist or something.
From Allah's wisdom, Allah's mercy, justice, He doesn't choose a liar to convey His message. He always chooses someone who is known amongst His nation to be trustworthy, truthful person. See what I'm saying? So, Joseph, why don't you become Muslim?
Why don't become Muslim?
Yeah, why don't you accept the truth?
I'm not really too sure about Muhammad.
Why are you not sure? Be open. We are here. We have no problem criticizing Prophet Muhammad.
Jewish tribe, they were fighting, and the prisoners they took, they killed them.
Why everybody's always worried about the Jewish tribe, Banu Qurayza? How many times, can't they just do a search? I mean, how many times this question has to be answered? I don't know. They're just saying they're just worried about it, or they just want to make it a problem. Because they could easily find out what it was. I don't understand why people don't just search it on Google or something. Or go to Islam Chat or whatever. Chat Islam or Yusuf Hastez. I mean, everybody knows the answer to this question already. Muslims, they know, okay? You can ask any knowledgeable Muslim. He probably knows something about it, okay? And then he can refer you to someone else if he doesn't know enough. See, the Muslims had a pact with the Jews. Everybody in Medina was supposed to defend the city, right? So that's what happened, and then the Jews started conspiring with the Byzantine Christians to topple the Prophet's government, right? Anyway, also during I think it was Omar's time, he banished eventually some Jews. He sent them away. He sent them to Syria, and they went and stayed there. Well, Syria is a nice country, but sure, everybody loves their home, right? But it was just time for non-Muslims to be sent out of the Arabian Peninsula, right? So they sent them to Syria. Syria is actually, it's closer to the Holy Land. It's the Holy Land also. Syria, Sham is the holy, Sham it's that area, Palestine and so on. That's the Holy Land for Jews anyway, and Christians. Medina, Mecca and Medina are not their Holy Land.
Okay.
Well, they killed those that had reached puberty, but those who hadn't, they slaughtered.
Okay, first of all, in order for us to understand that situation, that we have to understand what really happened exactly. First of all, Prophet Muhammad never did it.
Also, you have to know what puberty is. You have to know there's 3 stages of reaching maturity. Maturity is the 3rd stage. Puberty is, I believe, the 2nd stage. And then before puberty is like the 1st stage. Okay, it's all called balar. Balar, when you start to show signs of maturity, right? It could be at a young age. It could be 10, 12. Okay, usually like around 12 years old for girls. Maybe boys 13, 14. It depends on every kid is different, right? And then after that, you're going to go to the 2nd stage, which is puberty. then the third stage is maturity. So that has to do more like with mental maturity, mental preparedness to, and responsibility, ability to accept responsibility and to make your own decisions and so on. Okay.
Are you aware of that?
He didn't. You're saying he didn't.
So, when you think about a kid who's 12, just entering puberty, he's not mature yet. So when they say balar, it could be, not just that they have, some a mustache and a small beard or something showing or growing or beginning to come into their facial hair and stuff like that, but it's also mentally mature or so on. I think maybe it's not always easy. They usually look at the outside, right, and you can tell if you're mature or not. Correct. So anyway, that's not really the whole topic, but
Do it, and he never ordered it. He didn't command it. He didn't do it. No one is aware of that. You see, because like Tommy Robinson and there was.
Also, during the Prophet's time, if somebody asked him for protection, he would give them. If people asked, if a young kid said, had come up to the Prophet, I think, and asked, please spare me, I didn't fight you, I was, this is their fault, I don't agree with it, I like Medina, would the Prophet have been lenient on him? Lenient with him?
And J. Smith and the other ones, they will never tell you the full story. Rather, Prophet Muhammad came to Medina.
That's for sure.
And he told the Jews sanctuary, all of us, that anyone outsider tried to act.
I don't know how many times I heard like Spencer or somebody, Robert Spencer or someone bring up this story.
Like Medina, it's open all of us to defend it.
If they know anything about Islam, it's that there's Banu Qurayza living with Muslims in Medina. That's what they know.
United against Prophet Muhammad.
That's right.
You see, what they did, they broke the treaty and they went alongside with the Arab pagans, tried to kill Prophet Muhammad.
This is about the Jewish.
Not all of them, some tribes.
I know. I'm talking about this tribe.
Yeah, Banu Qurayza, Banu Qurayza. Arab Jews. Yeah. So they tried to.
Well, technically they weren't biologically Jewish. They were converts to Judaism.
No, they were biologically Jew. Because why? No, they were.
I read that they were converts.
No, they were not all of them convert. No. They were most of them. They were biologically Jew. I will come to it why. Because
why would they think they were Jewish converts?
There's a prophet who will come in that place. That's why they traveled to that place, Medina. But before we come to that, so now, Prophet Muhammad wanted them. He surrounded them.
Anyway, even if someone was a Jewish convert or he was born Jewish, I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's not really the important detail, but that's wrong anyway, as far as we know.
They will not be happy with anyone's judgment except who? Sa'd ibn Mu'ad. Who's Sa'd ibn Mu'ad? He was their allies before. Sa'd ibn Mu'ad, he said, oh Prophet Muhammad, do you accept me to be a judge over them? He said, they chose you.
He became a Muslim. At the time he was a Muslim.
Yeah.
But prior to that, he was from the Jewish tribes.
Yeah.
So they chose him to be the person who would judge in the affair.
But the Jews picked him to.
He's not Jewish. He was Arab. Yeah. He was from the ally. Yeah. He was from the Arab. Yeah. But my point is, look. So he said we should what? Kill those who from their man and reach puberty, and the other one we kill them as a war captive. Yeah. But did you know that law is in the Bible? Let us read in the Bible. That's why, as our brother Abu Ayyad, one of our teachers, mentioned.